Hi guys, it's Liz again, and today this video is going to be a short demo slash tutorial on how to use these Photoshop templates that I make for Zoids, like people not used to using like Photoshop or other art softwares. So instead of having to obviously colour it manually, you can just use like the paint bucket tool and just drop in the colours. So as you can see, I've got Photoshop open. This is what it was mainly forgot the word. It was designed with Photoshop in mind, as it's because it's obviously it's got the folder system over here. So as you can see, I've separated every section into different folders. You've got the head, the boosters, the tail, the cannon, the body, and the legs. You can go ahead and ignore the background if you want. And at the top here, you see like the line art. I've locked that layer because I don't really see any reason as to why someone might want to colour it. But using Photoshop, if you do want to colour it, you can just unlock it with this little padlock button here. So let's go zoom in a bit. So when you open this up, you'll be greeted with this. And to colour the head, you can see I have separate files here. You've got the main body, which is that nice red layer. You may notice I've painted this up as the Leon Blade Liger. I thought rather than leaving all the sections in white, it might make it hard to differentiate where you can drop your colours in. So I've gone ahead, made a Leon, so you've got a bit more colour separation. So either you can use, again, your paint bucket tool. So say if you want to go for a nice blue, you can just do that, drop it in, and that. Or alternatively, using Photoshop, if you come over to your layers, right click, open up, actually if I double click it, there we go, found it eventually. You can open up layer style panel and go to color overlay, you see, and you can do it that way. And if you found the color that you want, you can also, I forget what this code's called, but you can copy this, save that, okay. And if you say go over to the legs and you want to have it all matching colour, I'm going to go again to, I've labelled it as armour, double click that, go to layer style, colour overlay, click on your colour, and then drop in your code. There we go, and it will match the colour that you've chosen there. Click OK on that. I would, I was going to say that the colour overlay would work better for the leg layer because I've bundled all the legs into the same layers. So instead of having to go across and drop fill, say you want these more light grey, instead of having to just go across each bit like so, just double click your layer, go into colour overlay, and pick your colour. And it does it all in one go. Okay, and that's more or less the gist of the Photoshop version. But as well, I'm going to show you how easy it is to use other softwares. So I'm going to go ahead and close this and not save it. Nope. I am going to open up Clip Studio Paint next, which I already have, and I'm just going to navigate to where I have the file saved. Just open it up. Same again. Clip Studio Paint has more or less a similar file system as to Photoshop, which translates very easily. And again, you could go and find your paint bucket tool, choose your colour, drop it in. Easy enough. Alternatively, you can use tonal correction if you wanted to hue, saturation, and luminosity. If you do that, you can always slide the colour across and get different colours that way. So I'd use the hue slider. Oh, and before I forget, to get to your tonal corrections in Clip Studio Paint, you want to go to the Edit on the toolbar. Go down to over here to tonal corrections across and to hue, saturation, and luminosity. Your shortcut for that is Control U, or I assume if you're using a Mac, it's Command U. Yeah. But I was just because back to my previous point, you could probably use a slider again for easy colouring on things such as the legs. So go onto that layer, edit, tonal corrections, hue, saturation, and luminosity, and slide your colours across. Easy peasy. Oh, we've even got the actual original blade Lego blue there in one go. Awesome. So, yeah. Next up, we're going to have Gimp or Gimp2. I'm not actually sure what the official name for it is now, but Gimp. This is a free open source software, so you don't have to pay for it. The two previous softwares before I've just shown are paid for software, so you have to go and buy a license for those. But this is a free open source software, and it does open up Photoshop files. So again, we're going to go to File, Open our Photoshop template. When importing this, because it was made in Photoshop, it will have the embedded color profile, the sRGB thing. It'll just want to convert it to Gimp's built-in sRGB. There's nothing wrong with that. You can convert it. Now, I'm not used to using this software. I've downloaded it for the video, but I can more or less say it'll be more or less similar to Clip Studio Paint or Photoshop. You can see over on the side here, it's all packaged everything into the different folders quite nicely, so you can find everything. Head, body, got your blue. I've got a blue selected, and I got a paint bucket, and you just fill it in. Just zoom that in a bit. I don't know how people. I'm so used to pressing the spacebar to move the canvas around, so I'm just like, that doesn't. Oh yes, it does. It just wasn't working out before when I was testing the software. So yeah, you just press spacebar, move your canvas around, and choose between your layers. Just have a quick look if it has a hue. See what things. At the top and under the toolbar, you've got your color section, and you can go down and select hue and saturation. You've got some presets, but you've got your slider. You do it as that way, or you can reset your color. Okay. And the last software I have on the list is paint.net. I don't think I've used this since I was in secondary school, and I remember it being a free software back then, but now it seems that you have to pay for it. You can go to their website and download it from there, but I think now it directs you to the Windows App Store. It cost me £12 to download the software. And the important thing, and luckily I found this out beforehand, Paint.net cannot open Photoshop documents unless you have a plugin installed. I will provide a link in the description below as to where you can find this plugin and instructions on how to install said plugin. But I've already gone ahead and installed it on my system, so I can quickly open up my Photoshop document quite easily. There we go. Again, it's opened up thing. But the one thing I did notice with Paint.net, I don't know if there's another plugin for this, but it doesn't recognize folders. So you see it on the layer list over here, that you've got my line at the top, but it's opened. It's read the folder as a layer, but hopefully you can tell, like if you go, but all the separate layers are in there. But because of the way obviously I've named the layers, it might get a little bit confusing as to which section's which. But the layers, the folders do have a start, like layer group head, and then if you scroll down, it will say end layer group head. So as you can see, so you can scroll down, you have all your different layers there, and obviously they've been bracketed, bookended by empty layers. So go for the legs. Again, you can come across this little toolbar over here. Want the paint bucket tool. Select your colour. Let's go for a green this time. And you can drop it in. Do it again. And again. Oh, never mind. It's a bit over here. And it's a bit over here. Hopefully this little demo makes it, clears it up on how to use the software. The software, but also the template as well. If you want to see any more videos like this, like tutorials or demos, please let me know in the comments below. And if you like the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you, and goodbye.